I don't know if college, with how expensive it is today, I don't know if it's really worth it for a lot of people. Unless you got a scholarship, unless you got a rich relative, or you hit the lottery. Everyone has a course where you go from broke to rich in 90 days by taking these 4 cents. Hey, look, I'm not opposed to people having courses. I just think we've hit this point with course creation where people are selling lifestyles of what they want people to think that they can achieve by taking this course, but they're not really disclosing that the lifestyle that they're advertising is because the person advertising it is living that lifestyle because they're selling the courses. Like, I don't think they're being as upfront with that information as they probably should. It's borderline marketing deception to a certain extent, in my opinion. Yeah, tech fluencers, that's what they call it, I guess. All right. Also, they're working multiple jobs too, or they may have many skills and grinded to get to that high payroll. So I know of a guy in tech right now. I don't know him, but I know him through YouTube. I'll put it that way. Sometimes this person will pop up in random YouTube live streams that I watch. And one of the things this person likes to say is how he makes $50,000 to $60,000 a month working in IT. And he'll get the crowd going. Ooh, this man making $50,000 a month. Tech G, you suck. You ain't making $50,000 a month. Then this guy, he'll come on here and he'll say something like, CompTIA certifications suck. You need to be doing this over here because I'm making $50,000 a month. Like, he be on some crap like that, like on some super elitist type of crap. And everybody's like fascinated with the money, $50,000 a month. That's $600,000 a year. Well, when you ask him, well, how are you able to make that? Like, what are you doing to make $600,000 a year? Turns out, old buddy works like 4 or 5 jobs. All he does is work all day. He has 4 or 5 contract jobs that he's doing. One contract might pay 100, another pays 100, another pays 100, and that's all he does is sit in front of computer screens all day long. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be sitting in front of computer screens all day long. I don't want to be working for 2, 3, 4, 5 different I don't want to work for more than one company at a time. I just want to work for one company, make some decent money, take my money, pay my bills, live my lifestyle, run my side business, and have my damn weekends off and my vacation time and all that crap off. That's what I want to do. But you had to damn near drag that up out of him for him to finally admit the reason why he's making $50,000 a month is because he's working 5 or 6 damn jobs at the same damn time. It's like, bro, who wants to do that? Now, hey, if that's what he wants to do, more power to him, and it appears that it's working for him. But that's not how I want my lifestyle built. I don't want to be making $500,000 because I'm working 5 different jobs paying $100,000 a year. I'd rather just have one job. Let's just say my one job pays me $200,000 a year. I'll be cool with that. Or let's just say I got a job paying me $100,000, but then I got my side business making me another 50 to 75 to 100,000. I'm cool with that. It's crazy out here with some of these people, man, but more power to them though. Yeah, shout out to PBO. He's working on his GRC course, Governance, Risk, and Compliance course. So if y'all are into the cybersecurity thing, matter of fact, he's the person that y'all should probably go holler at the most when it comes to cybersecurity, because that's what he is, deep off into the cybersecurity trenches, way more than I ever was. Like I say, my lane, my specialty, I came up through the networking path. Started off help desk, shifted to networking because that was the hotness back in the early 2000s. But he's more the cybersecurity dude. That's been his lane since forever. I still preach and teach that people should go into cybersecurity more so than networking. I think the difference is you still work in the field. A lot of them don't even work a W-2 anymore. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. If you make enough money to where you can make a full-time living off of doing YouTube videos and selling courses, more power to, listen, I would love to be in a position to where I derive the bulk of my income from making YouTube videos and selling courses. I would love to be in that position. I wouldn't have to get up at the crack of dawn to get ready for work in the morning. I can come to quote unquote work in my damn boxer shorts and just get busy. I would be great. But the way my YouTube channel is set up and my viewership is set up, it ain't working out like that right now. Maybe one day in the future, but not right now. So I got to go to work. But I don't have an issue with going to work because I like what I do and I'm cool with the people I work with. But most importantly, I know exactly what I'm making, so that I can properly plan my life instead of me just 100% relying upon hoping and praying I hit a certain number off of YouTube AdSense or me selling courses so that I can maintain my lifestyle. Even if let's just say my YouTube channel blew up and I started selling courses and I'm making a crap ton of money. I even thought about this. I would probably still keep my job at least until I turn 50, because I'll be 50 years old in 6 years. So I'll probably still work my job, even though I'm making more money off of this, because I don't have an issue with my job. I'm cool with it. The worst are the influencers who have to downplay certs to sell their own course. Yeah, we just talked about that. So like I say, most people, influencers who try to knock something down that somebody else or some other industry is pushing, is because they're trying to get you to buy their stuff. I don't have an issue with you selling your stuff, but I just think people need to be a little bit more upfront about why they're saying something sucks over here. It's because you're trying to get them to buy into what you got over here. That's why. I mean, just be honest and let the people make a decision. I'm like, if you don't like IT, cybersecurity stuff, you want to be a programmer, I don't have an issue with it. It's not hurting me because I still got a job already. I don't do this full time. But at the end of the day, this is your career that you have to take accountability for. Why do you believe there's so much resistance to acquiring formal engineering and computer information system degrees in the manosphere? So here's the thing. I think there's so-called resistance because you have to go to college. Look, I went to college, Tuskegee University, to be an aerospace engineer. That was my major, aerospace engineering. I didn't get into IT for real till I joined the military in 2002. I think in the manosphere, you have a lot of people that push certifications and skills over college because, one, it's a cheaper alternative. And in this economy, especially if you're dealing with IT type of stuff, there are just so many opportunities that you don't necessarily have to have a college degree to succeed, to make a lot of money. And this is coming from a person, I have 3 college degrees. I got an undergrad and 2 master degrees. But even still, I don't necessarily think you need college to be successful in today's market. Like, you can go out there, get certified and get skilled up and get it booming out in these streets and make 6 figures or damn near 6 figures. Now, there are certain things in life where you have to have a degree. You want to be a doctor, got to have a degree. Want to be a lawyer, got to have a degree, stuff like that. But in IT, there's just a lot of fields in IT, programming, cybersecurity, networking. You don't necessarily need a college degree to make money to get it booming. Now, there might be certain positions, if you want to move up to management or a corporate level or whatever, or the executive suite or whatever, you might have to have a degree. But in this economy, there's just so many things you can do that doesn't necessarily require you to have a degree. So I don't totally disagree with that assessment because I won a scholarship to go to college for my undergrad. And then I used my GI Bill, my post 9/11 GI Bill, to go back to graduate school to get my master's in IT and my MBA. I took 2.5, 3 years off, wasn't even working. They were paying me to go to school. Now, between my undergrad degree and my 2 graduate degrees, if you added up the price that it took to get all that damn education, we're looking at a bill of probably like $150,000 damn dollars or some crazy number like that. I've never paid for college. Now, if I was in a position where I didn't have a scholarship or I didn't have my GI Bill, do you think I'm finna be super excited to go take out a student loan to go to college? As a matter of fact, let me talk about my son, my oldest son, a senior in high school. He just got accepted to a college. This college costs, if he were to go there for all 4 years, stay in the dorms, eat at the cafeteria, and all the other amenities, he would have a bill of $250,000. And so what happened was my son applied for this school, and then a couple weeks later, they sent them the acceptance letter. And I'm reading the letter. I'm like, holy crap, my son got accepted into a college. Way to go, son. Then I keep reading further down. The school is like, oh, in addition to your son being accepted, we're going to give your son an $80,000 scholarship to go here. I was like, what? I looked at my son like, damn, you the man out in these streets. Your scholarship was more than mine. It's like, they giving you 80 racks. I'm like, God damn, what the hell going on here? So I looked up the school. I was like, oh, this is why they're doing it, because this school costs $250,000 to go to. So even when you factor in the $80,000 that they're going to basically take off the tuition, and then you factor in the 529 plan that I've been paying on since he was 7 months old, we still walk up out of there like a bill for like $125,000. I don't know if college, with how expensive it is today, I don't know if it's really worth it for a lot of people. Unless you got a scholarship, unless you got a rich relative, or you hit the lottery. If you don't fall into those 3 categories and you're trying to go major in something like IT, I don't necessarily know if you need to go to college right off the jump. You can go to a tech college, community college, sign up for Tech G stuff, go get a certification, then go get a job, and then maybe go work for a company that will pay for you to go to college. Like, you can do that. So maybe there's pushback because of the cost of college and how it can financially set so many people back, as opposed to you just getting a certification and then boom, you could be off to the races. Like I say, one of my former students that I'm going to be talking to tomorrow, 2.5, 3 years ago, he was making $12 an hour working at Publix, bagging up groceries. Today, He's getting job offers to pay him six figures working in tech, and he ain't got no damn college degree. He just got straight certifications and experience over the past 2 or 3 years. Degreed tech professionals earn more and have access to higher paying and higher salaries, such as directors, VPs, CTOs. Listen, everybody doesn't want to be a director or a VP or a CTO. CTO is Chief Technology Officer, in case y'all didn't know. Everybody doesn't want to do that. See, we're just assuming that people want to go into these roles. Everybody doesn't want to be in a leadership management position because everybody's personality type isn't built for that. Only you know what you're built for. But when we have these conversations, we just assume that everybody wants to be a VP. Everybody wants to be a CTO, the CIO, the CEO, the CIO, hell, even the CEO. Everybody just assumes this stuff. You do realize that there are just some people that just want to get into their position, be left alone, pay me my $150,000 a year or whatever, and leave me to my devices. Let me do my thug thizzle over here, click clacking on these computers and submitting these reports and going to these damn meetings and let me be. There are a lot of people that are like that. And you can get paid a pretty handsome salary without having to necessarily go into a leadership position. Now, like I said, I'm not telling you not to, but we got to face facts here. There are just people that don't want to be in that position. But just because you're not in those positions, that doesn't mean that you can't make a lot of money, because you can, and especially in tech. All right, good point. You can work for a company and still do your own thing on the side. It's safe that way, and you now have multiple streams of income. Nothing wrong working for someone else. The only thing you got to do is check to make sure that you didn't sign some type of non-compete clause or some type of thing in your employment contract saying that you can't moonlight. If you didn't sign any of that stuff prior to taking your job, then you are free to do whatever the hell you want to do. But if you got accepted into a job and then during the onboarding process, they have you sign a non-compete, because I know at my last company I worked for, I had to sign a non-compete. The non-compete was good for like 5 years. Basically, they said I couldn't start up a business because I had so much intimate details of their business because I helped design it, that they had me sign a non-compete saying that I couldn't start up my own business doing this for 4 or 5 years within a 50 or 75 mile radius. Now, I don't know how well that would uphold if I were to take it to a lawyer. And I never even entertained doing it, starting on my own thing, because it was just way too much. But that was one of the stipulations of my employment, because I had so much detailed knowledge of what they did, how they made their money. And plus, I was intricate in designing the damn thing that they had to have me sign something saying that you cannot go out there and do your own thing because you just know everything. High school diplomas with a few certs will not give you the same options as an engineering degree from Tuskegee, Georgia Tech, or Auburn. I disagree. Listen, I went to Tuskegee. I know a lot of people who graduated from Tuskegee. We graduated 20 years ago that aren't making nowhere near the money that I make. A lot of them are saddled down with student debt to this day. And that largely depends upon what career field you went into. So somebody said you said the engineering degree. Listen, go look up the average salaries of engineers. A lot of them probably make, let's just take an electrical engineer or chemical engineer. A lot of them probably make about $75,000, $80,000 a year. Now, depending upon where you live, that could be a lot of money or it could be a little bit of money. But if you think that the average engineer is making 150 plus thousand or whatever the case may be, you'll be sadly mistaken, unless they've been working there for a very long time. Here's the thing. To go get an engineering degree, it'll take you on average 4 to 5 years to get an engineering degree. And then you're going to come out with your degree, and then you're going to go start working for a company, and they're going to be paying you probably about $55,000, $60,000 a year starting off at that company. Now, once again, we got to remember, did you have a scholarship when you went to college? Did you got a rich family member that paid for your education? Is the company going to be paying your tuition back as a condition of your employment? Like, if you ain't got that type of stuff going on, or you got some extra money coming in just to wipe that crap out, if you ain't got that going on, but you got your engineering degree and you're making $55,000, $65,000 a year starting off, well, guess what? How much of that money is being allocated towards your student debt now? Now, take the same person, 18 years old, fresh out of high school, decides I'm just going to go to tech college, or I'm going to go take Tech G's class, and I'm going to get A plus, Net plus, Security plus certified. Within that same 4 or 5 year window, by the time that 18-year-old is about 22, 23 years old, this kid could potentially be cracking 6 figures within that same amount of time. But this kid doesn't have any student debt attached to him. So I don't necessarily know. I just think in today's world, college I'm not opposed to college. Me personally, I think you only need to go to college for a couple things. STEM, and law. That's it. But if you want to work in tech, I don't know if it's something that you have to do because you have to do it to be successful. No, if you want to learn cybersecurity cloud, just go get some damn certifications, get a job, and build up experience. And then watch your Indeed and your LinkedIn email start blowing up because people want to, once you redo your resume, because people want to hire you or offer you jobs. At the end of the day, each person must choose the path that will lead to personal and professional growth. Life is a marathon. Work smart and enjoy life and family. Yeah, facts. I 100% agree with that. I always tell people, younger people, like 18-year-olds and stuff, go out there and get the bag, man. Go out there and get as much money as you can at a young age so that when you start getting older, 30 years old, 40, staring at 50 years old, hopefully you've made enough money, stacked up enough money, invested enough money to where now you can start kind of pulling back to where you don't have to be out there constantly chasing the bag. When it comes to working in tech and IT and working these corporate jobs, chasing the bag, that really means you're working 10-hour days, 5 days a week, 10, 11-hour days. When you're young in your 20s and you got all the energy and stamina in the world and you ain't got no wife, husband, and kids, you can do that. Me, I'll be 44 years old in April. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to chill, B. I don't want to be 50 plus years old putting in 70, 80 hours a week. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to work my regular 40, 45, 50 hours a week or whatever the hell it is, get as much money as I can, but I'm just not trying to be out there, quote unquote, chasing the bag like that. I would rather chase the bag through other forms of passive income, so that hopefully I can spend time hanging out with my family and my kids because they're getting older. The coding guy in the video doesn't make sense. If you have skills and experience in cyber, just get a new job. The jobs are there, opportunities are out there. Yes, a gang of IT jobs all over the place. If you don't like what you're doing, go get another job. Somebody will probably hire you. There's ups and downs in the private sector. However, there's usually more stability in government, tech, and fed, state, county, city, and government jobs. Yeah, that's true too. Some people like to knock working for the government. Shoot, you get you a government job, it's damn near impossible to get fired from a government job. You damn near got to kill somebody at the job and be caught on tape as your supervisor is walking in the door with the police to get fired from a government job. And once you went to a government job and you got a clearance, because I forgot to tell you, I got a top secret clearance. But if you got a security clearance, oh, you in there. You in there for life, baby. And it can come with some nice pay and some benefits, but you up in there. So do not knock the government jobs, whether they're city government, because there's some little city government jobs that pay some decent money too. It ain't just about the federal government. Oh, I'm working for the NSA. I'm working for the FBI, the CIA, one of the big 3-letter companies. Nah, you can get busy out there with your local government too, if that's what you want to do. The check is nice. It can be nice. I don't want to be out here saying that everybody who works in tech, you're all going to be living. First of all, you can make $100,000 a year and still be broke. You guys do realize that, because what happens is the more money people make, the more they tend to spend, the more debt they tend to go into. There are people who make $50,000 who have better financial sense than somebody making 100, and they're living a somewhat better financial life, because just because you make 100,000, they're not saddled with $50,000 in credit card debt and some crazy crap like that. It just depends on your financial literacy. How financially fiscal are you with your own personal bank account? And then those checks can be nice. But if you one of these people out here, you making 100 racks, you on Instagram holding up money phones, and now you out here attracting all these women, and now you become a serial baby daddy where you got baby mamas all over the place, and now child support just draining your paycheck. But you're like, but I make 150,000. Well, how much of that money do you actually get to keep? Well, after I do this and pay this and that and pay my 2 baby mamas, child supports and all that, now you on the same level as a dude making 50. You gotta be cautious. Yes, the checks can be nice, but Biggie said it the best: more money, more problems. But go out there and get the money. Just be financially responsible, because what if people like to get the money, then they like to come online and show everybody they're making the money. Look at me, man. I got the new Lexus. I got the new this. I got the new. It's like, everybody don't need to know that unless you're trying to get robbed out in these streets. No, I didn't discourage you. Thanks for the feedback. I'm interested in automation, Selenium WebDriver, and Python from scratch frameworks. I did subscribe to your channel. Shout out to Sharon for subscribing to the channel. It's the best decision you ever made, Sharon. And bug bounties can help earn extra money too. Yep. There are websites out there. They put out these little bounties so you can go out there and figure out how to prevent people from breaking into their crap. You got some companies, they'll put out like a little bounty to see if you can break into their software so that they can fix it and patch it up so it won't become an issue when they actually put it into production. And they'll pay people to do that. So you just gotta be on them websites, and I think they actually got a website that actually keeps track of all the bounties out there. You have brilliant ideas. I tend to think I do. I'm in Africa, but wanted to take a career in IT, networking, cybersecurity. What would you recommend for me? I recommend you sign up to Tech G. Shout out to my Africans out there. I used to work with some of y'all when I was in Afghanistan. Here's the thing about Africa. I had to do a research paper on the continent of Africa when I was getting my master's. But let me answer. So here's what you can do, my African brother out there, man. You go hit this damn subscribe button on Tech G. You start going through these doggone courses. Now, this is free. All of this is free. Some of these you got to pay about $10 a month. But I promise you're going to get right out in these streets. Then we're going to add you to the wall of fame over here where you out here talking about you passed your certifications. But let's talk about Africa. So I had to do a research paper on Africa for my master's degree about when I was going for my master's in IT. There's like 2 billion people on the continent of Africa. Out of those 2 billion people, there's only like 500 million people that have access to the internet on that entire continent. And right now, you got China going all over Africa, laying down infrastructure in terms of highways and stuff like that. But you also got Google, Facebook, and other big tech companies, Elon Musk and them, they're trying to lay an IT digital infrastructure in Africa because there are 2 billion people with about 1.5 billion people that don't have access to the internet. And they're trying to get these people smartphones. They're trying to set up cell phone towers out there. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying. Let's just say you want to get started in tech, even if you're in Africa or even if you're an American. There are companies in Africa laying down the IT infrastructure to try to help bring all 2 billion people online. So that might be opportunities for people to go out there and make a lot of money while you're overseas, while you're traveling and seeing the world, doing the damn thing like that. Like, you don't just have to be restricted to the confines of America. God bless America, damn it. I love this country, right? I've been and seen places in the Mideast that'll make you cry. Some of y'all hate America, but take your ass to Afghanistan and come back. You'll be like, damn, America ain't that bad. Go America. But anyways, you're not just limited to the confines of America. You could take your tech skills and go to some of these underdeveloped countries, third world countries, and they might pay you some pretty good money to go out there and do some things with tech to try to bring them countries up to speed with the rest of the damn civilized or first world, however the hell we phrase it, the rest of the world, because it's booming out there. So these are things that you should consider. And if you already live on a continent or one of them other places and you get into tech, you might put yourself in a position where you could possibly make a lot of money because you'll be one of the few that knows how to get busy out there and you live out there. I didn't know you needed a degree to work in cybersecurity. I would have never went. I was 3 years in when I found out certs is all I need. It depends on what you want to do. So look, I'm not here to say you shouldn't get a cybersecurity degree. My philosophy is, does a degree align with your professional aspirations? And also, some positions in tech do require you to have a degree. But then again, there are some positions that don't require it. They just require certs and or experience. So it just depends. Community college plus WGU will save you a lot of money. Yeah, shout out to community college, man. Like I said, getting back to my son over here, truth be told, I would rather my son go to the local community college out here for the first 2 years because he wants to major in information technology. So I'm like, man, we can go to the local community college out here, and I can teach you the damn certifications because that's what I do. I'm your father. So you ain't gonna pay for nothing. So you can knock out your associate's degree, get these damn certs. We can be saving buku cheese. And if you decide, hey, Pops, I want to go to FAMU, I want to go to Florida State, I want to go to Florida Tech, I want to transfer to a major university, then we can do that. But we ain't gonna come out of college with this stupid ass bill, this big ass bill that we can get cracking. What certs do we attack for cybersecurity? So I did a video on this. So you subscribe to the world's greatest YouTube channel, right? You go to the playlist over here, the live stream playlist. This video right here, how to make 100,000 in tech with CompTIA. I went over that question right there. So go watch that video. That video will answer your questions. Who this? Just found your channel this past weekend and really like the videos with jobs you can get with different certs. Just wondering, do you have any more? I have an idea what to look for coming from manufacturing. So you want me to do more videos talking about jobs that you can get with certifications. I did 3 or 4 of them videos already. Because like I say, I mostly focus on entry-level stuff, entry-level tech advice, tech education. I don't really go beyond that because that's not who my core audience is. I did a couple videos. So you go back about 2 months. I did 3 months, A+ video, Network Plus video, and a Security Plus video, basically talking about different jobs you can possibly get with these 3 certifications right here. It was a pretty extensive list, a realistic list. But if you want me to do stuff like, well, what can I get with CCNA? What can I get with this? What can I get with that? A lot of those jobs for those higher level certs are the same jobs I already talked about. Because when you go look at the job description, they might list something like, you need a CCNA, or you need the Network Plus, or you need both. Or if you go look for a cybersecurity job, they might be like, you need to have your CEH, or your pen tests. But as a prerequisite, they might be like, or you need your security plus. So a lot of these higher level certs will qualify for some of these jobs that I already listed. But like I say, being that my channel is just dedicated to newbies to tech, I don't really talk too much about higher level certs because we got to understand the basics first before we start getting into the higher advanced stuff. That's why I do it this way on this channel. I'm not downplaying cybersecurity. I might switch over. I don't know, LS3. So your man's here. And shout out to this dude. Like I say, this ain't no shade to this brother, but your man's here, coding phase. He said cybersecurity is boring as hell. I don't disagree with him that much. I don't really agree with some of the reasons he outlined. He does coding programming, but I think he has his own business and stuff like that. What he was saying is we boring over here. I'm like, listen, it might be, but them paychecks aren't boring. The day-to-day of cybersecurity is boring. You got to entertain yourself in your own time. Yeah, man. Listen, like I said, you go, the job ain't exciting. It ain't like you in there looking at strippers, like you working, like you in the network operations center, the security operations center, and all of a sudden some strippers come up in there and start sliding up and down the pole. Like, nah, that stuff ain't happening, B. You in there staring at screens, looking at lights, waiting on tickets to come in, hoping nothing major happens while you surfing the internet and buying crap off Amazon. But them paychecks are fun. When the paycheck deposits, and you look at your bank account and you like, oh snap, it's time to go do the damn thing. That's the fun.